if you are a Florida notary and you want an easy win, I've got one for you today. This is an FDLE Certificate of Eligibility for Record Expungement. Now, normally I maybe do one a week, and typically I'm going to charge between $60 to $110 for doing these. There's several levels as a notary that you can participate in this. I'm going to show you the document in more detail up close, as well as how to market this. So when I say I do one a week, I haven't even been marketing these. That's just happenstance. But we're going to actually do a little proactive marketing with this and see if we can get some more of these. So typically, you're probably out there running around doing these $80, $90 loan packages that take anywhere from a half hour or so to do. Well, with this, you can get it done in much less time, much less documentation, and actually more money. So there's several parts to one of these, and like I said, I'll show you up close in just a minute, but the certificate of eligibility is if somebody wants to do a record expungement, they want to get their record removed, they would request that. Sometimes they're going to hire an attorney to do this, and they're just going to come to you with a couple of forms for you. Other times you may help them with getting like the court records and so forth, because there's several steps involved, and the part that you want to play in this depends entirely on up to you and your familiarity and your skill set. But at the most basic level, they have to send this certificate of eligibility in to FDLE. Now this form is going to have their demographic information and charges involved, and then at the very bottom an affidavit for them to sign, which you would of course notarize. Now, if you are a fingerprinting notary, then you're in luck because you're going to be able to charge for those fingerprinting services as well. Now, if I'm just doing the notarization and fingerprints and they're here at my home office, I'm going to charge them $60 for the service. If I'm coming out to them to do this at another location, it's going to be an additional $50 mobile fee. So $110 for a few minutes of work. So, and that's if I'm just doing the fingerprints. Now, if you're not a fingerprinting notary, you may or may not know we have a $37 fingerprinting course where we show you how to roll these, the technique for rolling these prints, as well as the information to put on different fingerprint forms, and even live scan and other stuff too. So $37, you can learn how to do those. Or you can just practice and wing it. I'll even put a link for like some of the ink supplies that we get on Amazon and whatnot. There's a certain kind of ink you want to use with doing a fingerprint. But if you're doing both of those, then these are real easy. Like I said, presently without any real marketing effort, we come across maybe one a week. But I'm going to show you some other processes and other steps that are involved in one of these record expungements that you may be able to play a part in as a notary and make even more money than that. So let's go look behind the scenes.
So here is the form for record expungement eligibility. Now, what happens is they are going to have to first get their court records. And this form, if you go to the back of it here, is going to tell you some general information about when they can and can't do one of these. So they can only do one, okay? And there's certain criteria, like it can't be a sex offender, certain things like that. So there are certain eligibility criteria for somebody to apply for a record expungement, and obviously they would want to go through that and make sure that they have they meet that criteria. Here's the instructions on the page, and by the way, this application packet is available on FDLE. I can probably store it in Google Drive, give you a Google Drive link to download the file so that you have easy access to it as well. But it gives the instructions. It tells you what their fee is, a $75 fee, a $75 paid to FDLE. And what they have to do, first step, is they have to get their records, certified copies of their record from the clerk where the offense originated. You can do that for them, okay? You can, if you can get case numbers from them, you can go look up and request those documents and charge a fee for that. You could help them fill out this application and charge a fee for that, or they can do all this and you can just do the notarial certificate, which is pretty straightforward, as you can see. And here they would lay out their charges. Now, there's another step that they have to do here on this second page, is they have to take this form to the prosecutor's office, the county prosecutor's office, and have them sign off on this too, that they feel they're eligible for record expungement. Once they do this, you notarize the form, you take the fingerprints, they have the records and the $75 fee. This goes to the FDLE. Then the FDLE issues them a certificate of eligibility. Now, they're still not done yet. Now what they have to do is take that form and go to their court and request an order or a petition for a record expungement. Now, if you're familiar with document preparation, you could do that for them as well, or they may have already hired an attorney that's doing it, or they may just be doing what's called pro se litigant or self-representing, and they have a form to petition. So they would petition, and then they would get an order for record expungement with their certificate of eligibility, and then they would send that back to FDLE, and then subsequently their records would be sealed or expunged. Now, this form is just for the eligibility, but you're going to see these a lot. This will be probably the most common thing that you do is the eligibility request. And so from here, let's talk about maybe getting some exposure for this. Like I said, I haven't even I haven't really even done any marketing. So what I did do is I pulled up my Google business listing. I also pulled up one of our 7 or 8 websites. I don't know, Florida Notary service. So I created a page called Record Expungement, which explains that process of what they need to do. This Florida chapter, the Florida statutes to reference. So this is just a landing page with hey, we could help you out with several steps in this process. Oh, there's the form right there if you want to download it. So I'll just put the link to this page. So I just made this page a couple days ago, but so here they could get the form, bring it to me or you, and get fingerprints. I'll put a link for our fingerprinting course as well in here. So if you want to learn the fingerprinting process and make that extra easy money, way better deal for Florida notaries doing this than it is doing like loan packages and stuff like that, crap like that. That's you lowball offers and stuff. So, and there's a significant demand for this. So I created this page. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my Google page, and I'm gonna just put a little bit of this information in there. So from here, so we've got this landing page. Let's see if it's gonna let me copy this. There we go, copy. So from here, I'm gonna go over here to my Google, and I'm gonna do edit services. And let's just see if it'll let us FDLE fingerprinting. Let's see, let's do see, we can just add a category here. Oh, I did it already. So I guess when I made that page, I did it. So here I created a record expungement. No price, service description. We'll just paste that in here real quick. Save. That's pretty much it. Just adding to your Google that you, in fact, offer this service. And then if you really wanted to go the extra mile, you could do an edit products, and we could find a spot to put this. So let's try add a product, and we'll just call this record expungement. And then category, we could do it under fingerprinting or notary services, right? It could fall under either of them. So we'll add a little photo. There we go. We'll add a photo, and we'll do that little description there. Doesn't like my photo. Maybe we're gonna have to do it without a photo. I don't know. Try one more. Then landing page URL, I could just go back here to this, grab this URL. publish that in there. Now I've done the simplest of marketing campaigns. Again, up until like a week ago, I wasn't even advertising. People were just coming to me for fingerprinting or for notary related to this document. So there you have it, offering this record expungement eligibility certificate, the fingerprinting and the notary, or even procuring some of the recorded documents with the clerk, whatever level of involvement you want to do. Pretty straightforward. Charge anywhere from $60 to $100+ to help them with some of that process, and that's it.